I'm Rain.
And this is RavenWynd. Yeah. This is the Feather and Bone podcast.
Is it?
Two witches talking about everything witchy and nothing at all.
I didn't color this one.
Your daughter had to have done it.
Had to have. That is one ugly.
Cerberus.
Yeah.
So this is part 3. Tres. Of a 3-part series where we've been drinking. We're starting to kind of we're starting to kind of not be as loopy as we were. I think we're entering that stage where we need a siesta. Why has this been the Spanish shit? Like everything. I don't know what happened. We're just tired now.
I think I've had something in my eye for like an hour and a half.
Yeah, I noticed you pulling on your eyelashes. I'm like, what is she doing?
And I'm too lazy to get up and go look in the mirror.
Like, I would look over and you would have your eyelashes and like pulling your eyelid out like.
Is that the sound it made?
It does. It's pretty gross, actually. Thanks.
Not as gross as you talking about thick jizz.
Yeah.
That almost did me in, man.
Yeah.
And it takes a lot to make me gag.
Yeah, well, sperm has always been the thing that makes you sick.
When you describe it like that.
Why do men... Like, why do they have an obsession with putting it in your face?
And just think, that shit's swimming all over your face. Like, literally,
yeah,
swimming all over your face.
I just don't understand why they think we like that. Like, to me, like, yeah, okay, yeah, you see it in a lot of porn. Some women might. You see it in a lot of porn.
But I personally...
It's like a jizz facial. No. I just don't get it. What was it you said in Kroger's? Bukkake.
Yeah.
That poor Kroger guy, like the stock boy, he was like...
Oh, yeah.
He had this look on his face.
He
like,
totally knew what it was.
Like, dude. What the fuck?
Oh, yeah, he knew what it was.
We were in the bougie Kroger's.
Yeah.
That really nice... Yeah. I'm going to miss that Kroger's.
We can go again for a field trip.
We could. They have the best produce.
We need to go down there just for our fruit and vegetables.
I think what we should do is we should go to that Kroger's and we should buy some fucking raspberries. Bring them to our Kroger's.
And say, what the
fuck? And be like, what the fuck? Why do they have primo... And it's the same price. Because it's a sale that's going on. Be like, why do they get the nice big juicy... fruits. Giant. Like the size of your fucking thumb.
Remember I almost choked on a grape because they were so big?
Yeah.
They were like the size of golf balls.
They were huge.
Yeah.
You do choke when you get balls in your mouth.
Do you just mean in general or me in particular?
Oh my god. So yeah, I don't understand why men think that we want that in our face.
They don't think.
Well, they're okay. They're not thinking. So, I have found this article on the interwebs from Which Way magazine, and it was 75 rules witches are sick of hearing. And as we have gone through this, if you've been with us for the previous 2 episodes, you know that there's a lot of repetitiveness going on.
Repetitiveness?
Repetitive. Repetitiveness going on. So they really could have just been like 25, and I guess just 75 sounded better.
They could have just done a poll.
Yeah. I don't know. But anyway, this is what we're doing. So we're on we're on number 51. 51.
51.
51. She's better at the Spanish than me. So the rule, this person, I love it. Are you sure this wasn't you? Because Because this person, like, they was just like, the rule of karma. The rule of karma pisses them off. They said, it doesn't exist in my path or practice. We're
Well,
like, amen, sister.
Isn't that like a Hindu or something like that?
What, the color?
No. Karma.
Well, you held up. You held up a thing of nail polish and was like, isn't that Hindu? And I'm like, what? It's purple. Like, why is that Hindu?
Isn't that a Hindu belief?
It is. Karma is a Hindu.
So how did it get sucked into witchcraft?
Well, because when that pervert Gerald Gardner was creating everything, he pulled from different paths, and I like, he was even, because I'm pretty sure in his history it says that he even lived like in India or something for a while. Somewhere not England, he lived for a while.
Somewhere not in England?
Yeah.
That narrows it down.
But yeah, Gerald Gardner was a pervert.
I agree.
He wanted to see people naked. He would have sex with prostitutes during the ritual. Like, he was a pervert.
Mm-hmm.
He's a pervert. I'll say that. I don't care. But yeah, I agree that the whole karma thing's getting old.
Yeah.
And hearing about it. I've been told that my brain tumor was a result of karma.
That's so stupid.
Isn't that stupid?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. 52.
52.
52. They're mad that they're always hearing, like, that you need to buy witchy stuff to be a witch.
That's the repetitive.
It is. And you know what? There's such... And because we talked... I don't know if we talked about this in a podcast. I think maybe we did. Or it was just you and me. I don't know anymore. We talked one time about how, like, we think that people who get mad... Like, the sage is a good example. And then there was, like, that one makeup company that was going to do, like, a basic witch, like, thing with perfumes, and you get tarot cards and, like, all that.
Yeah.
And, like, the witch community was, like, really up in arms about it.
Who cares?
Like, there's such a cottage industry going on, like, in the pagan community. And, like, that people want to hold on to that. So I think that being told, like, you have to buy witchy stuff is people who are selling witchy stuff saying it.
Yeah.
Because I want you to come buy my crystals. And I got them off eBay.
You can make anything witchy.
Yeah.
I bought that friggin' crow right there at Hobby Lobby.
Yeah, he was just a decoration.
On clearance.
And you like blackbirds.
And he represents something for me, so to me it's witchy, but to anybody else, it's nothing.
It's nothing at all. Your mom's even like, you really like blackbirds. You're like, yeah, Mom, I do. It's called country decor, Mom.
I told her it's primitive.
Yeah. Primitive, which is actually good accurate. 53.
53.
You're so smart. I can't.
I got some of that there book learning.
He did. I can't. I don't even know, like, uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco.
I want to learn Latin.
Yeah.
Wonder if there's a Udemy course on Latin.
Probably. There probably is. You know, you gotta just be careful, though.
Let me go on Udemy and look.
You gotta be careful, because you'll be trying to practice your Latin and accidentally summon a demon. Yeah.
Sure.
You and I don't believe in demons.
Sure.
So anyway, 53, this person says, because remember, this is all like stuff that they, are mad at. They say, thankfully, the form of witchcraft that I'm practicing, and then they put in parentheses, green witchcraft, is one that I feel like I control and adapt to fit my beliefs. I wasn't sure for a while that I could practice because I'm agnostic and don't feel comfortable praising a god or goddess. So the fact that I can remove that and praise nature and myself are what make me think, yes, the craft is for me.
What's agnostic mean again?
I think it's where you don't believe in any god. So we'd be agnostic. But we do believe in source energy. That's a higher power than us.
Not really. We're part of it.
True.
We are source energy.
We are agnostic. Learn something new every day. What's that? The more you know.
Now you know, and knowing's half the battle.
Yes.
G.I. Joe. What's that one called where you believe that God is in everything? I can't think of what it's called.
I don't know, but the Pope, like the Pope, he recently, like there's more than one, he recently released a statement saying that all religions are one religion.
I want a cowboy in a long white silky dress.
And people are saying that he's saying that because it's close to end times. Because one of the things, I guess, I don't know, I'm just going by what I read. Don't ask me, I'm not Christian. But something about, like, one of the things with end times is that, like, that then when the people of the world, like, the only way that the people of the world would be ready for end times is if it is all one religion. So the Pope's like, I'm going to be sneaky and just say that as the Pope, I recognize that all religions are really one religion.
Sure.
Sneaky Pete. What's his name? Pope Benedict or
I was going to say Pope.
Hey, Pope.
I know. I remember John Paul when I was growing up. Let's see. I think Pope Benedict stepped down.
Yeah, because he was like, fuck this.
Pope. I got Popeyes. Hang on. La 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 la.
It's like, yo, Pope Master.
La la la
Pope
la.
Master P.
La 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 la. Pope Francis.
Pope Francis de Sale. No.
Just Pope Francis.
Francis.
His actual name is Jorge.
Jorge.
He's Spanish.
Ooh, Jorge.
You need leave.
How big of a coincidence is it that we've been doing Spanish shit all day and the Pope's Spanish?
I don't know.
Anyway.
I know nothing. Wait, the Pope has an Instagram?
What? Can you follow the Pope?
I'm gonna if it's real.
Does it have the blue check beside it?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm following the Pope. Official account of the Vatican.
Oh God.
Yeah, I'm totally following the Pope now.
What's funny is you post some like raunchy stuff sometimes.
Yeah.
Of course, you're just following the Pope. The Pope's not following you back.
No, he's not following
So
me
he
back.
won't see what you say.
No.
It would be great if he did, though. And then, like, he laughed at one of your rank, like, dirty, like, posts. It'd be great. He'd be like, I see you, Pope.
I see you, baby.
Shaking it. No. I like to see the Pope shaking it. It'd be funny.
Yeah.
I bet he dances in the shower.
Mm-hmm.
54.
54.
Okay. This person, and I read this and I was like, what the fuck ever. So this person is mad at the rule of 3. They're tired of hearing it, which we are. I agree.
Yeah.
But here's what they said. They says, if I'm in a corner and need to slap down a hex, that hex is getting slapped down.
If I'm in a corner,
and need to slap down a hex.
does she mean cast one or slap one away from her?
She said, if I'm in a corner, and I'm assuming like backed into a corner.
Yeah.
And need to slap down a hex.
Like throw down?
Yeah. She goes, that hex is getting slapped down.
That's what I'm talking about.
But like, I'm gonna slap down that hex. Booyah. Gonna beat it like a redheaded stepchild. Mm-hmm.
You've lost your mind.
A long time ago. Moving on.
Oh.
Ooh, you almost fell and
almost face planted your leg.
Yeah, you almost hit your face right in my knee.
That would have sucked. I'd have called Ken, Beth broke my nose!
Oh, I broke your nose. I'd be like, no. She was trying to move around in her papasan chair. Leaned forward too far.
Yeah.
I broke your nose. Be like, collagen and Botox ain't gonna fix that, bitch.
No.
You're really looking forward to the Botox.
I am.
I don't blame you.
I think
you deserve it.
I think I'm looking so forward to it because everybody's like, no, don't do it.
I'm like, do whatever you want. It's your body.
Mm-hmm. I told them I want to hold my boobs up and have them Botox them in place.
Did they say that would work?
They were like, we don't do that.
You were like, can you put Botox in my elbow? Like, you're like, anywhere that I think I need a little more definition. Oh, God. 55.
55.
People are tired of hearing, at least this person is, Cece, whoever Cece is tired of hearing that she can't practice alone. We've discussed
Several
this.
Others have complained of the same thing.
Yeah. So, I'm sensing a trend.
A theme.
And if you notice, it's all stuff that would require you to be part of a group.
Yeah.
So that there's a hierarchy.
Yeah.
And they can get your money.
Yeah.
And they're bastards.
It's all about control.
Yeah. Control.
If you want to be controlled, go to church.
Yeah. Speaking of control.
Control!
When we were part of that group.
You didn't like my Janet Jackson reference.
I didn't catch it. I don't know a lot of Janet Jackson. I just don't. I know even less LaToya Jackson, if that makes you feel...
I don't know if anybody knows any LaToya.
If that makes you feel better. And that always made me sad.
Yeah.
LaToya, because, like, she could sing too,
What are we talking about?
Like, LaToya, like, because LaToya was kind of, like, in between the Jackson 5. And, like, so they were, like, her brothers were getting all the attention and everything. And she wanted to sing, and her dad's like, I ain't got time for you, go sit down, and punched her in the face. He was mean.
He punched her in the face.
I'm paraphrasing.
God.
He was mean. I could see him doing that. I bet him and Ike Turner were friends. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
Joe Jackson and Ike Turner were probably friends.
Yeah.
So, but, like, if he would have given her half the attention and everything, because then, like, Michael started doing his own thing, and it was no longer Jackson 5. So, here's Joe Jackson, like, he had put everything into the Jackson 5, and now it's not there anymore. So then he's like, oh, Janet, you want to act and sing? Okay. So he started with her. So here's LaToya, like, what the fuck? Like, she could have.
She might have not wanted to.
No, she did. That's why she's so fucked up today.
Is it?
Yeah, because she wanted to have the fame and everything that her brothers did, and her dad wouldn't let her.
Why?
Poor LaToya, because she's a woman. She's a girl. Ain't got time for no females. I don't like that.
But he let Janet.
Well, but that's because the Jackson 5 ended, and he was no longer getting the rewards from it. Michael was like, fuck y'all, I'm gonna have my own thing.
No, it was, fuck y'all, I'm gonna have my own thing. Guys, I love Michael Jackson's music. I play it all the time.
Yeah.
So please don't get mad.
We love Michael Jackson. Come on now.
You hate it when I trap you in my car and I start playing the Jackson 5.
Yeah, I like Michael stuff, but I don't like Jackson 5 stuff.
I'm like, I want you back in the car. You're like, Jesus God, turn it off.
Oh, but anyway, I was saying with groups. I hate it when, like, because that group we were part of. Because one member had an alcohol problem. Now, nobody can drink alcohol. Like, at events and stuff. I'm like, I understand, as you reach for your alcoholic beverage. I understand that you're an alcoholic. And if you say, like, hey, because, like, that person wasn't always with us. Rarely was he with us. So I can understand being like, hey, this person is an alcoholic and they're in recovery. We're not going to drink when they're here. Fine. But, like, you shouldn't ban everybody from, and, like, obviously not in your own home, in your own time, whatever. But, like, how cool, like, I don't know, I like the idea of, like, having some actual fucking alcohol to pass around and everyone drink.
Yeah.
You know, as part of the ritual. But because that person is an alcoholic, you're going to ban it for the entire fucking tradition? That's bullshit.
Yeah.
That's bullshit. Now, I'm not going to drink if I know you're an alcoholic and you're coming to one of my functions, I'm not going to make alcohol part of it because I'm a decent fucking human being.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to sit here and be like, you know what, if you're going to practice Coven of the Wild Wood, I'm an alcoholic. You can't have any type of alcohol at any function. That's bullshit. Especially if you're not going to be there ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
I just learned a fact.
What'd you learn?
In Canada.
Oh, Canada. Oh, Canada.
It is illegal to pretend to practice witchcraft.
Yes.
But it's completely legal to actually practice.
Yeah, I knew that.
Wait, what the fuck?
You didn't know that? There was this whole, like, thing. Yeah. Because there was a big thing in Canada where people were pretending to be witches. And they were like, give me money and I'll cast a spell or whatever. And they wasn't falling through and doing it.
Yeah.
And then, like, it become this big thing. So Canada was like, we have to protect our people from fake witches. So now if you're caught being fake, and it's like a scam, basically.
Mm-hmm.
If you're caught scamming and using witchcraft as your scam, you're going to be in trouble. It's illegal.
How would they catch someone?
I don't know. Because it's Canada. Maybe they're so nice, because they're really nice in Canada, that, like, the officer goes up and he's like, hey, you're faking it, aren't you? And they're like, well, golly, gosh, gee, yes, I am, officer.
Is that how it goes?
Yeah. What do you know? Anyway.
A.
So anyway, yeah, I think that's bullshit. Number 56.
56.
Oh, this is another repeat. Watch the whole last 25 be nothing but repeats.
Probably.
But that's okay. They're mad that people say magic is either black or white. They're also mad about the whole blowing out the candles thing, which we've heard. That you have to be gifted your tarot deck, which we've heard. And that certain gods or energies shouldn't be angered. That's a new one. And then they put police.
Certain gods
or energies shouldn't be angered.
That kind of goes back to thinking there's an old man floating around in the sky watching what we do.
Yeah.
That sounds awfully Christian-y to me.
You know what pops in my head about, like, the energies being angered?
What?
Like, when you watch those ghost hunting shows on TV, like the ones that are, like, clearly fake, that, like, every single episode they find ghosts and shit.
Yeah.
That's what I liked about the old Ghost Hunters, like, with the TAPS team. Because you might go an entire season, not single proof of ghost. Like, nothing.
Yeah.
You know? But when those fake ones, like, when they walk in and the guy's like, okay. And he's got, like, the green light on his, you know. He's like, okay. Haven't really got any responses yet tonight. So, I'm going to anger the ghost.
Go piss it off.
Going to make it mad. And then he's like, you suck! You don't know how to be a ghost? And then someone, like, knocks something over. And he's like, what was that?
You don't know how to be a ghost.
Yeah.
You suck at being a ghost.
I suck at insulting ghosts, apparently.
God.
What would you say to insult a ghost?
Hey, all I know is we were in that house, the haunted house, doing readings.
Yes, if you are in West Virginia, and I don't even care if you're close to Sutton, West Virginia or not, make the trip. You need to go. You can find them on Facebook. It's the Heyman House in Sutton, West Virginia. Tell them what happened to us at the Heyman House. And it was during the middle of the fucking day.
So we were there. They have us go up there and do set up to do tarot readings sometimes. So we're there, and it was kind of slow, which we were enjoying immensely.
Yeah.
Because I had my new astrology book.
Yeah, I got you for your birthday.
So we were having fun. And you got up to go to the bathroom. Now, the bathroom that you were using was the really tiny one.
Yes.
And you bumped something. You hurt yourself.
Well, because my elbow was still, like, pretty bad because I have a bone spur in my elbow.
So she hears a man's voice as plain as day. Go, are you all right? And she came out of that bathroom with this look on her face.
And I was like, are there men? Because I thought maybe like a man had come in to tour the house.
Yeah.
I was like, are there any men around right now?
Yeah.
And everyone was like, no.
So they got out this little, I don't know what the equipment's called.
I don't know what it is
but
either.
But it's something they turn on, and so that you can record the ghost talking to you.
Yeah, it has like, instead of just like white noise, like a constant white noise, it's like a noise pattern almost.
Yeah. So they turned that thing on, then they turned on their little recorder, and they're like, let's talk to the ghosts. And so you asked, because as you're asking the questions, you don't hear what they're saying.
No.
But when you go back and play the recording, you can hear what they're saying. So she's like, did you watch me use the bathroom? And then I said, did you like it? So they went back and played it. And when she said, did you watch me use the bathroom? It was like, yes. And I said, did you like what you saw? And it goes, I did. It was great.
So that's just proof that men, even as ghosts, lie.
That they lie?
Yes. No one wants to see this naked.
Oh my God.
Listen. I am not being critical of myself. It's a fact. There are men out there who like bigger women, but they are few and far between. Most men do not want to see me naked. Or anyone my size naked. They just don't. I mean, it's just a fact. Like, I'm not upset about it.
I think there's more men than you realize.
I find all the ones that are weird and bad.
You definitely find the strange ones.
I do. So number 57.
Cincuenta y siete.
Cincuenta y siete. I'm trying to say it back like you would in class, like when you're learning.
Your pronunciations are so bad.
This person is tired of hearing about the threefold law, which we've talked about.
Yes.
How you can't do black magic, which we've talked about.
Which I wouldn't even know what the hell that is.
Right. I do my magic.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That you must worship a god or goddess or lord or lady. We've talked about that. Casting a circle.
Uh-huh.
We've talked about that. So this one's like a whole big repeat. This is new. They said they're tired of hearing about the whole maiden mother crone thing.
Yeah.
She says it reeks of patriarchal attachment to a woman's ability to procreate, and the idea that a woman must be a mother and a wife to be complete.
Good grief.
Yeah.
Wholly looking too far into something.
Wholly feministic view, Batman.
God. It's just referring to a phase in your life.
Yeah, you go from being a maiden.
You're still in the mother phase.
Yeah, even though I can't have children and not be a mom. I'm in the mother phase.
I'm still mother phase.
Yeah. So.
That's wow.
Yeah, they took it.
Jeez.
I bet you they dye their armpit hair. Have you seen that?
Yes.
Not saying anything bad about anyone, just in case we have that one listener who dyes their armpit hair teal or some shit. Like, you go, girl. You do you. I'm sure the chemicals burned away all the stink.
My husband would never sleep with me again.
If you even if you had natural armpit hair.
Yeah.
He's like, shave your pits. I'm not married to a dude.
And I wouldn't blame him, because I think that personally.
Yeah.
I wouldn't like how it felt.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to deal with it.
Like, I'm hanging out with just you today. And I've got, like, capris on. And I have a little bit of hairy leg right now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, don't look at my legs. You know? You and I both have the same viewpoint on body hair.
Yeah.
But, anyway. Yeah, that was taken a little too far.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm not even really sure that I agree.
That's the Iron Chef dude.
Oh, yeah.
Who's the bad guy in John Wick 3.
Oh, yeah. I'm not even sure that I would even, like, because to me, maiden mother crone is still, it's the goddess.
Yeah.
And we don't follow a goddess. So I wouldn't even measure time that way.
Well, if people can understand God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit,
yeah,
then they can understand Maiden Motherfucking Crone, because it actually makes a hell of a lot more sense.
Maiden Motherfucking Crone. 58.
58.
58. Da 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 da. Boom. They are mad. Oh yeah, they're saying okay. It's like, cause you go on Pinterest.
Yeah.
And they'll see pins, and it's like all things saying like 10 things you're doing wrong, or 5 things every witch does. And she's like, stop labeling everything. Like, stop saying like, if you're going to be a normal witch, these are the 5 things you must be doing. These are the 10 things you're doing wrong. She's like, mind your own business.
Yeah.
She's like, make it work and look, what you want it to look like, for your path.
My thing is, if you're getting ready to do some magic and you're feeling bad about it and questioning it, being like, well, maybe it's a shitty thing to do, I shouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Then don't do it.
I've told you that before.
Have you?
Yeah, because you're like, I said, wait a minute. I said, how do you really feel about it? I was like, because if you're questioning it, you shouldn't be doing it.
Right. And
I used to say that in that flash moment of anger, don't do anything.
And now we're like, do it while you're angry.
I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, quick, remind me of something he did. It's like, get the feeling back.
And I'm like, let me get out my list.
Yeah. I tell you, I forgot to release that curse.
Oh.
I'm going to set the intention.
I think it would have followed him.
Well, okay, yeah.
I do.
I'm going to set the intention that if, like right now, not even doing magic, because we talked about this.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a big thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to set the intention right now that if the curse has not followed them or him to his new home, and it is affecting people at his old home, that it will stop doing that. But if it's still doing its thing to him, keep right on working, sister.
I would have just said that your curse, my curse followed him to his new home.
Oh, okay. Okay. You're like, don't let that shit end.
He deserves it.
You're dripping on your phone.
That happens sometimes.
Yeah, 59.
59.
What? This person says, and I think this was more advice rather than what they're mad at. She said, read the books, but then put them away. Do what feels right, what works for you. Listen to that inner voice, the elements. Listen to the voice of nature.
The voice of nature?
Nature, can I have some more? Nature's like, more what, bitch? Greedy bastards. I agree with that. Read the books, because you and I, we have that knowledge base.
Yeah.
Because we were practicing Wiccans, we have all of that, and we do use that base.
Yeah.
In what we do today, but it's like we went through and was like unnecessary.
Yeah.
Yeah. We whittled it down to like the Reader's Digest version of a book.
Basically, anybody that studies the law of attraction.
Yeah.
And some basic household herbal.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
You can accomplish anything you want. Speaking
of household herbal shit, because we did the podcasts on the herbal.
We've just lost her, folks.
Herbal remedies.
Yeah.
I went to my doctor, and she's like, hey, the past couple times you've been here, your blood pressure's been kind of high. I want you to come back in a week, and if it's still high, we're going to talk about medication. So I was like, fuck that. And I called you.
Yes.
I was like, what do I take for high blood pressure? And you were like, cinnamon and honey.
Yeah.
Cinnamon and honey. So I bought the cinnamon because I have honey at home. Well, then I go home and my honey is a solid brick.
Yeah.
So I couldn't... are you recording me?
No.
Oh, okay.
I promise. I promise.
It looked like the way you were holding it. It looked like I was like, bitch.
Yeah, I think I don't have my glasses on.
I don't do that to you. But I didn't have, like, my honey was solid. So I went ahead and started taking the cinnamon. The cinnamon was enough.
Yeah.
I went from having a dangerous high level of blood pressure to, like, a healthy person's.
Like textbook healthy.
Yeah, textbook healthy blood pressure level in a week. Mm-hmm. So.
She's like, fuck all y'all.
Suck on that, pharmaceutical companies. I don't like pharmaceutical companies.
Me neither.
60.
You know that's a country song.
I know. Oh. Not about pharmaceuticals, but.
60.
60. 60.
I got nothing.
This is going to be another repeat. They're tired of hearing about black versus white magic.
I agree.
And that you should cast a circle or continuously shield yourself from all evil. And they're talking about, like, horrors that hide around every corner. And that once you open yourself up to magic, you're constantly at risk from everything from addiction to possession to total ruin. We know someone like that.
What?
Yeah, like, they're saying that, like, they're tired of hearing people say that, like, once you open yourself up to magic, that you're constantly at risk for everything from addiction to possession to total ruin.
I have never...
I've not heard the addiction part, but I have heard of, like, that, like, when you're aware of magic, magic's aware of you.
See, that just sounds like something off some stupid fucking TV show that somebody thought was real.
Yeah.
And you know who I'm referring to?
Yeah. That was so fucked up. I just stopped. I'm like, that was so fucked up.
Oh, yeah.
And then this one, that if a spell works for someone else, but not me, then it's my own failure and weak power.
What?
Yeah, I guess they've been told that, like, you know, if your magic doesn't work, then you're weak. Your magic is weak. It's doubt. If your magic's not working, it's doubt.
Yeah, it's because you don't believe it's going to happen.
Or it's either doubt, because you don't believe it's going to happen, or what you're asking for is so different from the universe's plan for your life that there's no way it could happen. Or you're asking for something that, like, if you're like, I'm blue-eyed, but I want to have brown eyes.
That'd be like me doing magic tonight for someone to just show up and paint my house for free tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, if you're, yeah.
That's not gonna happen.
No. If you're asking for things that is just not, you know, like, the only bit of magic we've ever done that was, like, totally outside the realm of what we thought would be possible, it would be that big amount of money that we got.
Yeah. Like,
that just come.
But we knew it would happen.
We knew it would happen, but, like, just.
We didn't put a time stamp on
it. No. But anyway. So yeah, if your spell's not working for you, it's not because you're not a witch, or you don't have power, or whatever.
Do you think Kevin Costner's hot?
I think Kevin Costner from, like, around the time of, like, The Bodyguard, or even a little earlier, and, like Dances with Wolves, and...
I think he's hot now, too.
Are you looking at him now?
I was.
Let me see him now.
He looks good.
Yeah, he doesn't look too bad. Well, you gotta think, though, that's for, like, an event.
Oh, really?
He's probably, yeah, he's probably got...
Guy.
First of all, it's black and white.
Here, I'll bring up his page.
It's black and white, and he was on Jimmy Fallon show. I think it was Jimmy Fallon or whoever the fuck that was. I don't know who it was, whatever. So he's probably got makeup on. It's like Sean Connery. Like, young Sean Connery, I don't think was attractive at all. Middle-aged Sean Connery?
He is sexy.
He is.
Okay, that means in our sex house,
yeah,
I get my own Kevin Costner room and I don't have to share him.
Okay.
I'm
fine with that.
All right.
I'm fine with that. Because you lost Idris. He got married.
Oh, that's right. Did you see the look on my face?
You did. You was going to kill me. Like, you're not taking Idris from me. I was like, no, he got married. Of course, Koshner may be married. I don't know.
He's married.
We decided spouses don't matter, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you can keep Idris.
I'll kidnap Idris.
Momoa is still all mine.
Yeah, he's not my type.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway,
too many. I don't know. Just something.
You're like I don't want the guys that everyone else wants.
He always looks like he needs to brush his hair and take a shower to me.
Yeah.
You're like, I like him dirty.
I could see that.
But he's very good looking. I've just never looked at him and thought,
Oh, I have.
I know you have.
Yeah. This person is also mad when people say that science and magic are exclusive of each other, like some religions. And we say science actually backs up our beliefs.
Yeah.
Like, we say, like, no, listen, like, you don't have to believe us. Just open a science book.
Yeah.
Like, that's all.
I agree.
So, yeah, that was 60. 61.
61.
61. Oh, yeah. This is another repeat. That you're not a real witch or priestess, druid, etc. unless someone else initiates you.
Falso.
That is a lie. It's like...
you are the weakest link.
You are the weakest link. Goodbye. DNA tests reveal... that is a lie. 62.
62.
What?
60.
60
y dos.
62.
Wow.
They're mad when people say that one cannot adopt deities from multiple pantheons. Puerto Rican Wiccan here. Oh, I guess they're a Puerto Rican Wiccan? Say that 5 times. Puerto Rican Wiccan. Puerto Rican Wiccan. Puerto Rican Wiccan.
Here's 50 Cent posing with a drag queen.
Hey, 50. 50 Cent has a motivational book.
I thought you were going to tell me he had a bone in his tongue.
He does.
I did not know he has a book.
You knew he had a bone in his tongue, though.
I did.
Because I told you. He has. There's a self-help guru that wrote a book called The 49 Laws or Rules or something.
Mm-hmm.
And if you follow those, your life will be successful.
Yeah.
So then he partnered up with 50 Cent.
50.
And wrote one called The 50th whatever. And it gives examples of how 50 Cent, like, got where he is today.
Huh.
Interesting fact.
Factoid.
Mm-hmm. And Snoop Dogg once said that...
Is he still Snoop Dogg or is he still Snoop Lion?
He did change it. I don't know what he is now.
Maybe
Martha just calls him Snoop.
Maybe he's just Snoop, yeah.
But he once said that you never stop setting goals.
Mm-hmm.
And he said that, like, at one point his goal was to be, like, the best rapper, like, the most, whatever. And he's like, when I achieved that, I was like, okay, now I'm going to become the best businessman. And now he done that. And now he's best friends with Martha Stewart.
Who, 50?
No. Snoop.
Okay.
Snoop and Martha are tight. Like, they're best friends. And, only one of them has been to prison.
Doing it well.
Oh, that's Fitty.
I wonder if they're doing it.
Fitty?
No, Snoop
Martha.
and Martha.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Martha gets high with him. Anyway.
Oh, my God.
Okay, so Puerto Rican Wiccan, they said that they're a Puerto Rican Wiccan with Hecate, Gaia, and Kali as their matron goddesses. That is one confused individual.
Kalima.
I love those movies.
Me too.
Oh, this is a repeat. That tarot cards only work if they're gifted to you. That was 63.
I swear I've never heard that shit.
What's 63?
63.
Okay. 64?
64.
That you must practice... Oh, yeah, this one's bullshit. That you must practice a year and a day before you're a true witch.
I've heard that load of horse shit before.
Yeah. That's bullshit.
I disagree with that statement.
It's bullshit.
Bull hockey.
Bullshit. Now, I would, because I'm writing our lessons, well, they've kind of ground to a halt since the new job and all that, but to be like, to take a year to get through.
Doesn't mean you're not a witch.
But that doesn't mean you're not a witch. It just means, like, after a year, I'm done teaching you.
Yeah.
And you need to go forth and figure your own shit out.
Visit a bookstore.
Yeah, something. Anyway. I'm not one of those, like, I wouldn't be one of those high priestesses that, like, coddle and everything. I'm like, I'll face kick them, like, out of the nest and be like, fly, bitch.
Hey, how many more lessons do you even have to write?
I don't know. I'd have to look. I think I've written maybe 7.
Because you've about got it covered.
Yeah. So, and really, and that's another thing, like, if it takes you a year to read through stuff, fine. If you can read all of the lessons, like, in a month or 2, fine. Like, with what we believe is, like, that you decide where you are in your path.
Some of us have families and other responsibilities.
Oh, yeah. That fucking sucked about that group. Like, you were even told, like, you know, you need to set priorities. And you're like, my family is always going to be my priority.
Yeah.
And if you think otherwise, yeah. And remember, I would, they were like, you haven't got a priority. So I would be working, and remember, I would drive home after meetings and stuff, and be falling asleep driving home.
Yeah, it wasn't safe for you.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's ridiculous. They would, because they knew that I lived, because at that time I was still in Webster County, and they knew that I lived in Webster. And instead of having the meetings here in Oak Hill, where one of their houses was located, we had to go all the way down to wherever the fuck she was living in Kanawha County and do them there, because it was more convenient for her as the high priestess. I just don't agree with that. If you have someone that's coming...
it was on weekdays, too.
Yeah.
When people work.
So I would get up, because at that time I was driving 4 hours down to Logan County for work. I was leaving my house at 6 o'clock in the morning. I would work, do stuff with them after, like, in the evening into the night, and then have to drive home. Like, you know, about 3 hours, 2.5, 3 hours drive home in the dark, tired.
Yeah.
Now, I understand, like, when you're in, like, that whole... Because, like, I'm a high priestess. You're a high priestess. But if one of our... Like, if someone that we were working with was like, listen, I'm falling asleep driving home, we'd be like, well, then don't come.
Yeah.
Stay safe.
Yeah.
You know.
Why not let people call in on speakerphone?
Yeah. And if you were out of state, you could do that. But if you were in state, you were expected to be there, no matter what.
Unless you're me.
Yeah. And you were just like, fuck you. Remember at one time we called in, I went to your house and we were sitting there on Skype eating pizza. And they were like, we would like to have pizza.
We're like, order some
pizza. If you had done it up here in Oak Hill, maybe we could all be having pizza together. But but I don't know. It was I just think it's, I understand that, like,
it is very hard to coordinate.
It is.
For adults to be able to get together. I get that.
Yeah.
But you can't just make one person's schedule the priority.
No.
How was that?
Yeah. I don't, and like, because I understand that, like, in that tradition and that ruling structure, that women are the rulers and everyone else is beneath them. It's what you see in a lot of covens, you see in a lot of traditions, that the high priestesses are in a position of more power than the high priest. Mm-hmm. And then it goes down, down, down. But I don't know. I just think that that's like, I don't know. My life was being put on the line so that she wouldn't be inconvenienced.
I'm still mad that I didn't know you had moved.
Yeah, I moved. Like, Ace, and bless his heart, helped me because my family wouldn't.
I would have helped you.
I know you would have. You've helped me move. Recently.
Yeah.
Recently.
We did it all.
Yes. You and, like, I did all the packing, and I did move a lot of it myself before, but all that heavy stuff, I was no help, and I know it.
Like, we pull up to your new house, we're just going to take off the railing
and
back the truck up.
Yeah. And then load everything in. That railing's still off the porch. But I don't mind it, because I'll lay my groceries from the car up on the porch.
Yeah.
and then that way I don't have to go up down steps.
Would you like some lotion for your skin?
I'm sufficiently moist. Thanks. Anyway, let's see. What were we doing?
I don't know.
Let me find it. Oh yeah, where you have to be initiated. That's bullshit. Oh, and then they talked about like
some people might feel more special and feel more important if there's some big initiation that goes on.
Yeah.
I don't personally have that need for validation.
Yeah.
From people around me. I know that I'm
a badass.
Great.
Yeah.
But for people that are needy and need that, I guess it's great.
Let's see. Okay, yeah. We just did the one talking about like the year and a day thing. So now we're on 65.
65.
And it's also another repeat that you need to be initiated into a coven to be a true witch. It's like you're gonna get your wings. I don't know. 66.
66.
What?
60.
60.
E.
6. 60 y ace.
No.
That wasn't even close, was it?
No.
I suck. Needing to pick someone to worship, to be honest. Like, they're mad that you have to pick anyone to begin with.
You don't have to.
Yeah. And then they say that they prefer to believe in angels or something.
That's cool.
You do what you want.
You can still worship a deity and believe in angels, but...
Yeah. Hey, there's Christian witches out there. If they can do it, anyone can. Never.
That wasn't derogatory at all.
Number 67.
67.
They're just mad in general that there are rules to their personal practice. That they're just like, listen, the fact that anyone would even say that there's rules pisses me off. I wonder if they have ODD.
They could.
Oppositional defiant disorder?
I wouldn't know anything about that.
No, not at all. Number 68.
68.
They're mad that people say that there is a right and wrong way to do things. And they're like, if it feels right to you, then don't fight it. Each person does everything different, and nothing is an exact science when it comes to witchcraft or magic in general.
Yeah.
Agreement.
I concur with that statement.
I do as well. 69.
69.
That's another sexual position that I don't see why any woman...
I personally have never enjoyed 69.
Me either.
If you're on the bottom,
you got
balls.
Got balls laying on your face.
Yeah.
Like,
if you're on the top, you might die because you're trying to breathe and do things at the same. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't like it either. Like, if you're on the top, and like you have to hope that like your mouth, his genitals, your genitals and his mouth line up perfectly.
Yeah.
Like, what if...
Like, if he was super tall and he was on top, he'd have to be hunched up like a cat.
Yeah.
That's ready to fight.
Yeah. And if it's on the bottom, he would be doing that, like, when you're feeding a baby and you're not really paying attention.
Yeah.
So, like, the spoon's nowhere near their mouth, but the baby's all like, with their mouth, like, trying to get the spoon. Like, he would be doing that to your pussy.
I wish you guys could have seen it just now.
I don't know. That's just one of those, like, that only works in porno.
I don't know. It's never been for me.
Yeah, it's dumb. But anyway, the 69 that they're talking about, this person is mad that they say that you have to cast a circle to be safe when performing spell work. Like, what do these witches think is going to happen?
From what?
Okay, because, like, that's what I'm saying. Because, like, okay, I understand that when, that, I guess it depends on what train of thought. Because some people think that, like, you're opening up a whole other realm where magic lives. So you have to cast the circle to protect yourself in that realm. And then there's people who were like, no, that's just creating a boundary to contain the energy and the magic that I'm working, so that when I, so I can focus it to my will. But I guess the people who think that like you're creating a boundary to that other realm, like maybe there's like trolls in that other realm that you need to be protected from.
Large penis trolls.
I'm sitting here thinking like...
She's like, I might do some magic without a circle.
Yeah. I'm sitting here thinking like, okay, wait a minute. Because trolls are traditionally pretty gross.
What if it's a hot troll?
There was some good looking dwarves in that Lord of the Rings, like the
Hobbit?
Yeah. Oakenshield was pretty fucking hot. A couple of the other ones were hot. So yeah, maybe there are good looking trolls. I don't know. If there's good looking dwarves, there has to be good looking trolls.
I liked the guy that was kind of an asshole, but he was the elf king.
It's Oakenshield.
No, the elf king.
Oh, the elf. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he was hot.
I follow him on Instagram.
He was all like cold and indifferent. So that like in bed, he would tear it up. Yeah. So yeah, and we've talked about that in some of the other ones. Like, we don't believe that you have to cast a circle every time. We don't cast a circle every time.
No, I hardly ever do.
And this at 70.
Oh, let's see. Satenta.
Satenta. Satenta.
Wow.
Hey, Satenta. This is another repeat. That to be Wiccan, you have to be in a coven. You don't.
No.
Like, and no, because we were talking about witchcraft. Now, this is a little different. This is actually talking about Wicca. To be Wiccan, to practice the Wiccan religion, you have to be in a group. You don't. You can get, like, Scott Cunningham has the book about Wicca.
Yeah.
Like, you don't
he
have to.
He even has stuff in his, what's that book? I think it's Cunningham. He even has self-initiation rituals you can do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if, like, the guy who literally wrote the book, well, at least a book, maybe not the book, but a book, is saying, like, hey, here's how to be by yourself and still do this.
Yeah.
Everyone else can suck a dick.
Hey, did you ever finish reading that book, Cunningham's Guide to Spirit Communication?
I haven't.
I haven't either.
I haven't.
I keep meaning to.
I really wish it was on like Audible.
I haven't even checked.
Because I would listen to it going to work. I have an hour drive there and back. I would listen to it.
Yeah.
Number 71.
Setenta uno.
Setenta uno. Setenta uno.
Wow.
They're mad when people say that you're not a witch if you choose not to do spells.
Somebody else said that.
Yeah. There's, like I said,
why are they telling people about their personal practice is what I want to know.
Well, it's that whole entitlement thing. You're like, I come from a tradition that I can trace my lineage all the way back to Gerald Gardner.
Oh, that's something to be proud of.
And so obviously, because my lineage, and I used to have the lineage of the other group memorized.
I never did.
I couldn't even begin to now. I forgot. I know that Lord Seraphin's in there. Some Reagan guy was in there.
I don't know.
Anyway. But theirs goes back to Gardner. But it's an entitlement thing. You're thinking, like, obviously we know better than you. Because we have a broader, our Book of Shadows is thicker because more people have contributed to it. Whatever. Your Book of Shadows is a piece of shit. Whoa.
Damn.
Whoa.
You're a little angry.
72. This is another repeat. The rule of 3, having to have all sorts of tools, harm none. Then there's like, I could go on. Thanks, because we already heard it. We agree with all those statements. We're so close to the end.
So close.
So close.
So far away. Love Hall & Oates.
Love Hall and Oates.
That's the name of the group sings the song.
Oh, I thought that was the next line of the song. Like, what do you mean you love Hall and Oates?
Wow. I feel old sometimes.
You love hauling, like picking it up and moving it. Oats. Haul.
And.
Love haul.
And.
Like a hall.
Hall.
A hallway. Love haul.
And.
Oats. I thought you said love haul and oats. And I'm like, why are you hauling them? Like, where are you taking them?
Well, my servants are on vacation.
Are they really that important, you know? Love Hall and Oates.
You know the song Man Eater?
She's a man eater. No.
You don't know that song?
No. I know like one line from it, what I just said.
Well, that's Hall and Oates.
Is it?
Yeah. Loser.
Wow. Look at you. 73.
Say today.
Satan Trace.
Yes. That's
Satan Trace. They're mad when people say that you have to have a dedicated altar. And dedicated gods and goddesses. Which you were mad about.
Yeah.
Because you're like, fuck it, my whole house is my altar, bitches.
Yeah. I can practice in my bathroom, my living room, kitchen.
You're like, I don't have to go to any one area of my house.
This whole area, this whole house is my sacred space.
Yeah. You're like, even the basement.
Oh, I love my basement.
I would love it if you could do your whole basement as your witch area.
Oh my God. And then just put a padlock on the door so nobody else goes down there.
Yeah. Your husband be like, I would like to spray for ants. Can I go down there?
I'd be like, I have to stage you first.
Every year.
And do a dance around you.
Every year, you guys have to spray for ants.
Yeah.
Because you're like in the woods.
Yeah.
Like woods.
That's all right.
On some of the podcasts, they can hear the wildlife.
Hey, I gotta say, this year, the ants are not like they were last year.
Yeah. Well, and I wonder how much that has to do with, like, last year where the house had sat empty for so long before you bought it.
Yeah.
That they had a chance to kind of move in and...
The ants were like, hey,
party at my house.
Squatters' rights.
Yeah. You know, that's a huge problem in England.
I know, you were telling me.
It's horrible. But then I'm like, okay, there's something wrong. Because I also saw an article that said that, like, there's this whole street in England, in, like, this really affluent area, where it's all of these abandoned, half-finished mansions. And it was, like, a bunch of people from, like, Saudi Arabia was supposed to be building them and then, like, pulled out for whatever reason. And I'm like, why aren't the squatters... Because there are some people living in mansions on that street.
Yeah. That
has to be the only reason why it's not happening there, because it's a really fancy neighborhood.
Fancy schmancy.
Yeah. 74.
Setenta y quattro.
Sesenta y quattro. Setenta y quattro. They're mad when they're told that they have to follow a specific tradition with specific teachers. Create your own, I say. Let your intuition be your guide. We did that.
Sound like you said, let your tits.
Let your tits be your guide. Mine do guide me. They go everywhere before me.
Do they have, like, radar?
They have titar.
Titar?
Yeah. You hone it with the nipples.
Ouch.
Remember at Beltane?
What if you got crooked nipples?
I don't. So I wouldn't know what to do in that situation. Remember Beltane? I was rubbing my titties. Mm-hmm. And I look up. Like, I was just sitting there just rubbing my titties. Because they're huge.
Did you even know you were rubbing your titties?
I don't think I did.
Until I told you.
I don't think I did. I was rubbing my titties. And I look up. And there's some guy.
I was like, there's some dude
watching you rub your titties. And you know what's funny is you didn't even correct me for rubbing my titties. You were just like, there's some guy watching you rub your titties. So I must rub them enough that you're not even fazed by it anymore.
You always have a titty in your hand. It's quite common.
Anyway, so look up, and it's this guy. He's in blue jean from head to toe. Mm-hmm. Blue jean shirt, shorts.
It's like 200 degrees out there.
Yeah, like, I mean, it was ridiculous. And he's got, like, a mullet. And I'm like, oh, of course. The one man walking around that is interested in titties. And it's that guy, paying attention.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, yeah, he was outright blatantly...
Well, I was outright blatantly rubbing my titties, so I can't really be mad at him.
I still can't believe I pulled off that see-through shirt like that.
Yeah.
And you really couldn't see my bra through it.
No. It looked like you just had naturally perky tits.
Because I noticed a couple people walked by and were looking, like, did a double take. Like,
Yeah.
Is that a see-through shirt?
Yes,
But I did have a bra on.
Yeah. 74. Oh, we just did that one. That means we're at the end.
75.
75. Are you ready?
I think so.
You're going to be disappointed.
I'm used to that.
You have to do a specific ritual or follow specific deities or paths to be called a true witch. I'm really, I want to later sit down and go through and mark out all the ones that are repeats and see how long this list really could have been.
I'm thinking, after listening to this list,
yeah,
I'm thinking that a lot of people are confusing witches with Wiccans.
Yeah.
Because I could see how someone could say they're Wiccan, but yet they don't honor any of the Sabbats.
Yeah.
Or anything. I'd look at him and be like, you sure you're not just a witch?
Yeah.
Are you sure you're a Wiccan?
And what's sad is it's not like I could understand it a little bit more if it was like someone outside the pagan community being confused.
Yeah.
But these are pagans.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they're so confused. Because I really think that's what it is. Because nobody picks on just plain old witches.
Yeah.
Because everybody knows witches do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
So I think these people are confusing the two.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. People...
Okay.
I'm not going to pick on people too hard because they might live in areas where you aren't, exposed enough.
Yeah, and you got to think, where are they getting their information? Because the internet... I mean, there are a lot of really good sites out there.
But what if they're like me with the internet?
Yeah. I would tell anybody who's starting out... books.
Yeah.
Get books and read books because the information in them is going to be a lot more accurate than what you find on the internet and a lot less contradictory.
And if you're
that
studying...
word was hard for my tongue.
If you're just studying the basics of Wicca...
Yeah.
Every book you get is going to be about the same.
Yeah. So you don't have to buy all the Wicca books.
Right.
Just buy a really nice, big, thick Wicca book.
Yeah.
And that's going to cover all of it.
Yeah. So it's not hard, but all witches are not Wiccan.
So Wicca and Wiccans, that's a religion.
Yeah.
Like Christianity has Christians.
Like Wicca is an entire belief system.
Yeah. Yeah.
With holidays, everything.
Yeah. So, and that's why you and I only choose a couple of the holidays to really do because we're not Wiccan.
Yeah.
But so that, so then you have a witch, which is someone who practices the art of witchcraft.
Right.
Just like you have someone who practices art is an artist.
It would be kind of crazy for me to be Wiccan because I'm so turned off by organized religion.
Yeah.
That for me, being Wiccan would be like being in an organized...
Because you are in one.
Yeah.
I mean, Wicca is an organized religion.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, it's not as bad or as judgmental as Christianity. I don't want to say Christianity's bad. I mean, my mom's a Christian. I've known some really good Christians.
My
but
parents are Christian, but...
Yeah, I love your mom to death.
The stuff that's pounded into their heads...
Yeah.
Is...
So,
it's very suffocating.
It is.
How's that?
And, no one wants to be told what to do all the time. And that's all Christianity is.
Yeah.
And then Wicca is that way as well, but just not to the same level.
Right.
As, Wicca's like, you know what? If you want to have sex, have sex.
Yeah.
We acknowledge that as a sacred act of of life. Have at it.
My thing is
but they're like, don't hurt anybody.
If you guys are in a coven, a Wiccan coven, to where they're upsetting you like this and making you feel bad, then you need to leave.
You need to get out of it. Yeah.
find another group of people.
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily mean you shouldn't be Wiccan.
Yeah, just you're not hanging around the right people.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I know how hard it can be to leave a coven. I get it. It's not an easy decision to come to, but
yeah, because most of the time you're starved for community is what it is.
Yeah.
And you're staying with them because you're like, no one else understands me the way that these people do.
Yeah. But, I mean, find another group of people that you relate to better and believe more like you do. Because you can make your belief system whatever you want it to be.
Which is why Asen and I created the Crystal Woods Pagan Society. So that pagans can come and hang out without the pressures of, you know, tradition and that rule structure and, you know, my God doesn't get along with your God, so we can't be friends, you know, stuff. You know, so that's why we created that, just so that pagan people can get together and have community without it being a religious thing.
Yeah.
You know.
Which a lot of people are starved for.
Yeah.
For reals.
So.
But anyway, it's okay to leave your coven if you're not happy.
I don't think I'm going to breathalyze any number whatsoever. Go get it.
You want me to get it right now?
Yeah, because the podcast is done. Like, we're done. We'll breathalyze each other. You have the straws, right?
I don't think so.
Well.
We'll just use our straw.
Oh, this is true. And we're going to use the straw we drank alcohol out of. So that we, because like the kit came, like the straws that come with the breathalyzer didn't fit right.
Right.
So you were like a genius and you're like, no, don't buy more of a different size. We'll just use drinking straws. And we cut up drinking straws and that's what we used on clients.
Should we rinse it out?
I think we should because there's been alcohol in it. You going to rinse them out?
I'll rinse them out if you want to keep talking.
Okay. So she's like a genius.
Was it my idea?
Yeah. You were like, just buy some plastic drinking straws. And we'll, you know, just cut them up into little pieces and the clients can use that. Because, you know, you can't wash this. So you wouldn't want to, like...
I think it's funny that I have a breathalyzer in my purse.
Yeah.
Wait, wrong straw.
Okay. I don't think I'm going to register anything. I think that... Because I'm feeling normal. Do you think I'm normal? Are my eyes, like, drunk looking?
I don't know what drunk eyes look like.
Warming up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blow.
Blow. She's blowing, people.
Calculating. God, I got all wet.
What did you...
It's still calculating.
You fucked it up.
No, it didn't. 0.000 blood alcohol content.
Let me do it.
Okay. I gotta reset it. So now you'll hold the button until it turns back on.
Which button? The silver one?
Yeah. That's not the...
This way?
I'm pretty sure it goes that way.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. Maybe I did it. We'll do it both ways.
I'm just going to blow right on it.
Okay. You're like,
Wait.
It's mine.
Warming up. It's warming up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You done.
Okay.
Calculating.
It's calculating. And we're calculating. We're calculating. I blew a 0.
Yeah. And we're tipsy.
I'm tipsy.
We're lightweights.
We really are.
Guys.
I'm a cheap date.
That's kind of embarrassing. That's kind of embarrassing. It wouldn't take much to get me, like, in a state where you could take advantage of me.
Look at you. You're like, hint, hint.
Hint, hint.
Take advantage of me.
Remember that date I went on with that crazy guy? And he, like, where he was like, he took me to a bar.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't even like Applebee's that has a bar, like a restaurant with a bar. It was like just a bar.
I'm surprised you went in.
I know. I was hopeful, I guess, because we connected so great, like talking on the phone and everything. And it was, I swear to God, it was like an episode of Cheers. Walked in and everybody knew his name. So that told me he was there a lot.
Didn't he tell you he wasn't there very often?
Yeah. No, I'm not hearing that often. And walking in like, hey. It's like he has his own spot, like seat. I don't know. So, like, he's drinking. Like, he immediately goes into drinking. And I'm like, no, I'm not drinking, you know? So I'm just having, like a pop. And I get up to go to the bathroom, and I set my coaster a certain way on top of my glass.
Yeah.
And he notices me do it, but I'm not trying to hide it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, dude, I don't trust you. You're going to roofie me.
Yeah.
I come back out, and the coaster looks like it might have been moved a little bit, but, like, I couldn't tell.
Yeah.
So I just wasn't going to drink anything else.
Yeah.
And the bartender lady comes over and she switches my drink out for a fresh one. And she goes, your ice was melting a little. Here's a fresh pop.
And didn't charge you?
No.
Because I was a bartender.
Yeah.
You have to charge for every drink.
Yeah. So I think he did slip something in there and she saw. And she had me covered.
That's nice.
Yeah. And then I took like 2 drinks of it and I was like, I gotta go. And that was it. I never saw him again.
What was the one guy who told you he had to have sex like 5 times a day?
Oh my God, that guy from Hurricane or Hurricane. If you're from West, I guess
Hurricane.
Everyone else, like I say Hurricane.
It's spelled like a regular
Hurricane, but everyone there goes, it's Hurricane. God, West Virginia, get your act together. No, yeah, he tried to say that he had a medical condition that, like, if he did not have sex like 5-7 times a day, that his penis hurt.
Yeah.
And that jacking off didn't do anything for it. It had to be actual sex.
Yeah.
And he's like, when I say day, like, he's like, I mean, like, in a 24-hour period. He's like, I will wake you up in the middle of the night to have sex with you, because if I don't, I'm going to hurt. And I'm like, well, I've never spent the night.
What a weirdo.
Yeah. And I'm like, you're lying. Like, that's not a thing.
I'm going to see if I can Google it.
That's not a thing. You know, I tell you, we should do, we should do a podcast where it's just me talking about online dating and the experiences I've had, because it's ridiculous.
I'm Googling.
If a man has to have sex, because like there's blue balls, I get that, but masturbation helps blue balls.
Urinary tract infection.
Ew.
But that has nothing to do with getting off.
He's like, my infected penis feels better when a sperm comes through it. Like, I don't know.
Penile cancer. I mean, no.
Yeah, there's nothing.
There's no condition.
I mean, I applaud your ability, trying to find something. But, like, no.
I'm just impressed I was able to Google
something. You're like, hey, I don't know. And it's like, then there was that guy.
That's an insult to your intelligence.
It really is. And, that's another problem I have. I tend to be attracted to men that are not as educated as I am. And it causes problems.
It does.
But I can't help who I'm attracted to. Like, I don't know. I don't get it. But then there was the guy.
We need to do some hypnotherapy on you.
We do. I don't like to be hypnotized, though.
Girl, you're going to have to give up a little bit of control sometime.
Yeah.
You won't even let me do Reiki.
I told you could do Reiki the other day, remember?
After how many years of knowing me?
Hey, I trust now.
But you said it has to be sitting up.
Yeah. I don't want to lay down. You said you can do it sitting up.
I can.
Yeah.
Whenever we mention like Reiki in the car, I'll be like, yeah, you're this chakra and you're that chakra's fucked up.
And I'm like, yep. No, then there was the guy. You remember the guy? And he was great. He was educated. Like, he had a nice job in the school system. Like, the IT part of but whatever. And then, like, we're talking, and I'm like, yeah, cool. And he had his kid. He was taking care of his kid. And then, like, he started asking, like, what size clothing I would wear.
Oh, yeah.
And then I was like, my red flags started going up. like immediately. And he's like, well, I'd like to go out on a date with you before I discuss that. And I'm like, no, I'm having concerns right now. I'm not going to meet with you.
Yeah.
Like, and he's like, and then he said, well, I am transsexual.
He was on hormones.
Yeah.
To become a woman.
Yeah. And he was like, I'm transsexual. My goal is to actually have surgery and become a woman. And I said, that's great. You do you. Everyone has the right to live however they want to live. But I am not attracted to women.
Yeah.
I'm never going to be attracted to women.
Yeah.
So why would I start a relationship with someone that's going to turn into a woman?
Yeah.
And he got really mean and nasty. Like, he turned into a woman.
Yeah.
Like, he turned into a vengeful bitch.
Yeah.
Like, when I was like, no, I'm sorry. And I had no ill will toward him.
No.
I was like, listen, I hope you find everything you need. But, like, I like manly men.
I remember when you saw one of his photos, you were like, do you think he looks kind of feminine in this picture?
Yeah.
I remember. That was a sad day.
Because he was a great guy. I think, did we just stop that?
I don't think so.
No, she didn't. But, I mean, I've just had bad experiences. And I've reached the point where I'm not looking for a relationship.
You're so done.
I am. I'm just going to take care of myself in all the ways.
Hey, if anything ever happened to my husband, I'm done.
We've even joked and said that you and I would just get married.
We would.
So that we would have all the benefits of being, spouses. I could draw your social, you could draw mine.
Everybody could think we were lesbians, but we'd actually just be crochet roommates.
Yeah. You'd be like, we're going to outfit the basement. It's going to be her apartment.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how done we are.
Yeah. So done. We could even throw a wall up, like 2 walls in your dining room, and make that into a bedroom for me. You never use your dining room. You never use the big living room. You could just move the table, or you could make the big living room my bedroom, put some walls up there. You never use it.
I know. We're so used to being in a smaller house.
Yeah.
That we're still not used to being in such a big house.
Like, you haven't even decorated the big living room.
Hey, that's his responsibility.
You're like, that's his room.
I've decorated my spaces.
Yeah, you have. But
anyway.
Yeah, we could build 2 walls, and the living room will then become my bedroom. And you're like, no, because then it'd be bigger than mine. But you have a bathroom. And I would still have to come out here and use the hall bathroom.
We'll figure it out when the day comes.
I'm telling you, I'm done with men. If at this point, if a man was, happened to be interested in me, he's going to have to work hard to get my attention.
Yeah.
Because I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm tired of being the one to do all the work. I'm tired of being the one to do the chasing.
You even had a guy you were talking to that lived in the same fucking small town.
Yeah.
That couldn't make time.
Yeah.
To get together with you.
Yeah.
Just to meet in person.
Yeah. Oh, and there was are you talking about the black guy?
Yeah.
Well, that happened. But then, we were still having, we were talking on the phone, and, even, I think it was, Thanksgiving or something. I don't know. And, we wished each other, happy holiday. And then I never heard from him again.
That's weird.
He died or something.
You were talking to that one dude who's like, I'm going out of state to visit my kids for the holidays.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you when I get back. Apparently he never came back.
I don't know what happened. I really don't.
And he was cool. He was military.
Yeah.
I don't know what.
I don't either. And it's just because I'm a good catch. I'm a good catch.
Yeah.
I'm educated.
You work?
I work. I pay my, I don't need your money.
Yeah.
If you're dating me, I'm not going to be moneying you to death.
Yeah.
I have my own.
It actually caused problems in one of your relationships that you didn't need.
Yeah.
The person's money.
Yeah.
Explain that shit. Because
yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't know, girl.
I don't know either. I'm just done. I'm done. I think we should end the podcast.
Should we? We could bitch for 3 more hours.
Well, it's already an hour and 24 minutes long.
Holy crap.
And I'd say the good, like, past 25, 30 minutes is just us bitching.
I don't think we've talked about anything of real substance for the past
for the past 3 podcasts. Like, I was thinking, and I didn't read that list first. If I had read it first, we never would have done it.
Really?
Yeah, because it wasn't really, like, it didn't really offer us anything we don't already know.
It's because I know a lot.
Well, but I mean, like you said, I think that the problem is that, people who are saying these things that are making other people mad don't understand that there's a difference between a Wiccan and a witch.
Yeah.
So I think that's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think that's the problem, and that's why people are getting butthurt. But my thing is, too, is like, yeah, you and I get upset over certain things that we hear, but we're not, like, out screaming it. Like, the only reason we talk about on the podcast because we have a podcast.
Like, when people disagree with me, I'm just like, that's okay. You don't have to agree with me.
Yeah, like, do you.
Like I always used to say to my ex-husband that pissed him off, just because you disagree with me doesn't mean you're right.
Yeah. And the one and only person that we have blocked, related to witchcraft stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it was because, like, I was even willing to be like, dude, you have this one. I'm going to give it to you.
Yeah.
Like,
just to get him to shut up.
Yeah, but he still wanted me to concede to his point.
Yep.
And that's what bothers me.
Yeah.
Like, if I can let you believe whatever fucked up Christian witch shit you want to believe, then you should let me believe in whatever fucked up not Christian shit that I want to believe.
Wasn't it over?
It was Familiars. Yeah. But I don't know. We should end the podcast.
Okay.
I'm RavenWynd.
I almost said I'm Bone. What the fuck?
Bone? Oh my God. You can find us on the internet. At featherandbone.net. So does that mean I'm Feather if you're Bone?
You're Feather and I'm Bone. Jesus God.
Well, I am RavenWynd.
Yeah, that's got a feather involved in it.
Yeah. Jesus. You can go onto the website at featherandbone.net. There you'll have access to our lessons, our store, links to the podcast, the Facebook group, and a lot of other interesting stuff. So go check it out.
Interesting stuff.
Yeah, if you like Avon, you can buy Avon from our website as well. It's kind of random.
That's so funny to me.
It's random. Oh, your Keen link is on there too.
Mm-hmm.
If someone, we sell our readings on there, but you also have Keen.
Yes.
So if they would rather do it that way, because like our readings, I think are $25 for a single reading.
Honestly, I don't remember.
I think yeah, we've only had one person buy a reading. I'm pretty sure
because they were really happy with it.
Yeah, they was.
They were.
It's
sorry.
I'm pretty sure it's $25 for a single, $50 for our double, and you get your money's worth. Like, we don't time it. When we do a reading, we read until it's done.
I think we talked to her for a good hour, didn't we?
We did.
I even had Spirit come through giving her messages.
Yeah. So when we do those readings, like it's you pay either your $25 for one of us, and you could choose whichever one you want, or $50 for both of us at the same time, and we read until we're done, until there's no more message. Now that doesn't mean that like we're gonna be like 5 minutes, we're done. No, like usually our readings last a good 25-30 minutes.
Yeah.
So you're going to get your money's worth. But if you wanted to get a reading from her and just pay by the minute, on Keen, the link for that is there as well. So
yeah, you kind of have pooped out on working on networks.
I have. I have a real problem, and I've talked about it before on the podcast. Like when I'm home, I want to be home. And I don't want to be bothered by people. I don't want to talk to people. Like, you're the only person, you and my mom. Like, I just want to relax and veg out and decompress. And the idea of coming home from work and logging on to work, I can't do it.
I love working from home.
Well, but you're able to do that, though.
because I work from home full time doing readings.
Yeah.
On the network.
I don't like it.
And you're just like, no.
Yeah, I'm like, I'll find a way to survive without money. Because I'm like, you know what? I'll be fine with my single income.
Yeah.
I'll make it work.
Yeah.
Because I just don't want to do it. But anyway, we've been trying to sign off this podcast for like,
I love working from home. That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
I love not having to take my pajamas off.
Yeah. You're saving so much money on makeup.
I am. I'm still wearing deodorant every day.
Well, I'm glad. If you wasn't wearing deodorant, we would have to talk. Because that's a little too far.
Yeah.
Remember.
Oh,
It's
magic.
It's magic, motherfuckers. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, you didn't do the bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.